everyone, it's Anna with Audacious Changes. Today I want to talk about why I'm not a fan of positive thinking or negative thinking, and I want to offer an alternative, honest thinking. Positive thinking is dangerous. It's based on a false reality, this illusion that something can happen just by thinking it, positive thinking. Years ago, The Secret promoted this, and while I also enjoy this secret, it promotes this idea of vision boards or pictures around of what people wanted to achieve, which is often these material states, and that if they thought it enough and visualized it, it could happen. They could think their way into it. When that's not the way things work, and our subconscious would have a lot to say about it, I'm sure. Positive thinking, we need to be grounded in reality. For example, if I said, I want to be a pro basketball player, it's not going to happen. I'm not 6 feet tall, and I'm past my prime. Or if I said, I want to be a musician, then a few questions arise. Am I willing to put in the time? By when do I want to be a musician? Or what do I consider a musician? Do I want to be a maestro? And do I have an instrument? Etc. I mean, it has to be grounded on a firm foundation. Oftentimes, the positive thinking, purely positive thinking, it's blue sky, people think it, nothing happens, and then they feel worse than before and just get depressed. Negative thinking. Obviously, we don't want to go there because it brings us down, and it usually forms these negative self-destructive loops. But negative thinking is an area that we want to spend some time healing. Usually a situation happens and it triggers something from our past. Our subconscious is trying to protect us, and so it gives us that other feeling, whether it's shame or anxiety, could be fear. So with negative thinking, we need to spend time there and take a few moments to acknowledge it, and then to be open and curious. Ask ourselves or our bodies what needs attention. Where do we feel it in the body and the mind? What needs to happen? What is it saying? Spend some time to calm and heal that part of us that is still struggling with what happened in the past, so that when a similar situation happens in the future, we're not triggered into those negative self-destructive thoughts that form loops and take us down the rabbit hole. But honest thinking, that's where we want to be. Honest thinking is based on reality. It's grounded, it's at a firm foundation. Honest thinking takes assessment of where we are and what we need to do. What are those steps that will take us there? And so that we slowly become that change of what we want to bring into our lives. We begin to see it, we begin to taste it, feel it, think it, and we're preparing ourselves in that direction. We're taking actions. If I want to be a musician, am I starting with choosing an instrument? Am I starting to play it every day? Am I starting to think like a musician? In other words, I have a practice time. I'm reading things, I'm watching things, I'm doing drills. Or if I'm trying to make a change in a career, which I have done and many people do, am I taking those small steps to move in that direction? Because it doesn't happen overnight. It's those small steps that add up to have audacious results on whatever goal we have in life. What do you think? Positive thinking, negative thinking, honest thinking. Do you use honest thinking in your life? I want to leave you with a resource. Katie Byron is one of my favorite people, and she has an exercise with 4 questions that takes you through a situation to really get a firm assessment. This can be done if it's a situation happens and you're feeling some way about another person or the situation. And in these 4 questions, she asks, how do you know that's so? Is that really true? What evidence or data do you have that that's really true? We can use those questions in so many aspects of our life so that we can then pivot from there, dream big, And we can move in that direction in our body, mind, spirit, and heart and become that new person or reach that new goal. Thanks for watching. If you like these, please subscribe. This is Anna Mahan with AudaciousChanges.com. I'll see you on the next video. Bye.